All right, you guys. So Ticket TV live streams, like, share, and subscribe as y'all tap on in. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Salute to my brother A Weapons. He rapping like music. And let me get into this video, man. I want to talk about something I don't like that I saw, and I'm very disturbed because if this doesn't affect the owner more than it's going to affect the player, I have a problem with that. Now, for you guys who don't know what's going on, Kawhi Leonard and the LA Clippers are under investigation by the NBA for allegedly circumventing the cap and paying Kawhi Leonard $28 million under the table in order to circumvent and cheat the NBA salary cap. Now, Kawhi Leonard, basically, the NBA stick to his guidelines and to the same punishment that it gave Joe Smith, which they voided Joe Smith's contract. If they void Kawhi's contract, Kawhi still has $100 million in his contract. Now, I told you guys earlier today, Kawhi will lose $100 million from his contract if he's found guilty. And he risks the chance of being suspended as well as losing $100 million because his contract would be void if they kept up the same rules that happened with Joe Smith. Now, apparently, as y'all went back with the situation with the T-Wolves, who were the last team that got found guilty doing this, they were fined $3.5 million, which, see, that's the problem I have right there. Joe Smith lost $86 million in his deal because the NBA would not let him sign that contract. So Joe Smith lost $86 million. He ended up having to go sign with Detroit for $2.2 million when he was up for $86 million. He lost that money. Kawhi Leonard would lose $100 million that he's on the books for. He loses his contract. His contract would be void. Not only that, the NBA could decide to fine Kawhi for the other years that were on that deal. So Kawhi Leonard could get hit with another potential $100 million fine if the NBA says, nah, you're going to pay back that money from those other contracts too. We're going to fine you that. But here's my problem, right? And he could be suspended. But here's my problem. If the owner, and also the owner and the general manager for the T-Wolves were also suspended, right? But that didn't hurt them. $3.5 million fine. Come on, man. If Steve Ballmer doesn't get hit with a bigger financial hit than what Kawhi is potentially facing if he's found guilty, I got a problem with that. Because Steve Ballmer's in a position of leadership. He's in a position of ownership. And they're supposed to be the ones that have the most high, mighty, and righteous. They're the ones who make the rules for the players on the team. They're the ones who tell the players, you guys got to abide by these rules. So if the people who are making the rules are breaking the rules, shouldn't their punishments be higher? So for me, whatever Kawhi Leonard has to lose if they found guilty, Steve Ballmer had to lose double that. So if Kawhi Leonard has to lose $200 million, Steve Ballmer should lose $400 million. Because he's the leader of the team. To me, the NBA has to send a harsh message with this and really go hard at not only Kawhi Leonard, but harder at Steve Ballmer. Because he's the owner and he has the onus of not only leadership, but responsibility. And I don't think it's right. I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. If they hit Kawhi for $100-something million, I was thinking about this today. Because Kawhi Leonard could lose $100 million and they can go back and void his other contract, which means he may have to pay that money back for the years that he was under contract, that he took that money illegally. So you may be talking around $200 million. If they do that and he's found guilty and they do that and the owner of the team, Steve Ballmer, isn't hit with a bigger fine, it's gonna be hell to pay on YouTube, because I'm gonna have a lot to say about that. Because to me, the owner should have the biggest onus on everything. And I don't think there's a question about that. So you guys let me know what y'all think, man. Kawhi Leonard's have to lose a lot of money, man, if he's found guilty about this, bro. And we'll find out in a few days after the NBA is finished their investigation. But I don't think it's going to end good for the Clippers. I think this is going to destroy the entire team. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.